Hi everyone, my name is Terrence Harris and I am here with Miss Whitney Weston, who is the proud owner of the Puretone Vocal Arts Academy, and we're going to be interviewing her today to get an inside perspective on what being an African American small business owner is like. Can you introduce yourself for us, please?
All right, I am Whitney Weston, and I am the director here at Puretone Vocal Arts Academy. And we are our foundational scripture is 1 Timothy 4:12, where it says, "Don't let anyone think less of you because you are young, but set an example in what you say, in the way you live, your love, your faith, and your purity." And so I've been on a mission to help people, musicians, young people, old people, whoever, to help them discover their sound. And so that's the main goal of what we do here at Puretone Vocal Arts Academy.
Where did music begin to take a real effect in your life?
Wow. Music has always been a part of my life. At the age of 3, my mom noticed that there was a piano that I was just banging on, and she just saw me really, really take and gravitate to it, and I was la 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 la. And so she enrolled me in piano at age 3 and joined the choir as soon as I could at age 5, and it's been music ever since. So.
What made you decide to start a business where you can help young people or people of all ages be more musical?
Actually, being a music teacher, and really seeing kids come out of their shells, seeing kids grow, how it made them feel when they were singing and those type things, and especially when they were performing. I remember my husband saying, "You can do this for yourself." And so at first I didn't think, I was like, "What? No, not me." And so it wasn't until 2016 when there was I won't go into it, but there was just this life change that happened, and it really fueled me to say, you know what, I'm going to try this. And so we got together, we got the name together, my son put the logo together, and Puretone began there in 2016 at a summer camp. And so it's just been, like that since. So.
Okay. What's your favorite part of teaching?
My favorite part of teaching is seeing the light come on, and the growth, like them actually realizing how they've grown. I also love beginners. I love when they first start, whether it's an adult or whether it's a young person, like when they first see, like, oh my gosh, I actually learned this, or I actually learned that. It just gives me, goosebumps. I love it. So that's a few of the favorite things of teaching.
You talked about how you've seen students grow as their time being here, but you've also grown in your time teaching them. So what is one thing you've learned from your students?
Learning from my students, I learn from them all the time. I get from them joy. They seeing the spark in their eye renews my joy. It renews my passion for what I do. I can, we get, as adults, sometimes we get stuck in routines, but it's seeing them grow, but then also the joy, the nervousness they feel from a recital. It makes you appreciate, like, wow, they really care, and so it makes me care. It continues to make me care about it. Yes.
And God is obviously a big part of your life, and so in what ways would you say He has helped you in music and when it comes to owning a business?
Yes, owning a business. Notice I introduced myself as the director. He is the CEO of my business. I did not grow up wanting to own a business. It was not in my vision. It was not in my pursuit. It's more like a calling that He called me to do. The students I saw at school, I felt like needed more. I began to write like my own musicals and music for them, and a lot of the things that pertain to the Lord and those things where I could minister, a lot of that I couldn't do necessarily at school. So having my own space to be able to create the curriculum my way, the way He instructs me to, gives me that freedom to do it. So owning my business, owning and directing this business was definitely something that just needed to happen to fully get the impact of what God is doing, has done, and will do.
How has your family helped you get to the point where you realized you wanted to be a business owner and a teacher?
My family is very important in this whole journey. It definitely started. Puretone started with my three boys. First of all, everybody from Caleb on, they started learning. I started teaching them piano at age 3 or 5. One of them 5, the other one's 3. And then when I was starting to get more serious in my word, I didn't know how to start, so I started with the kid Bibles, and so I would take them, and I would find resources, and on Saturdays we would gather and we would do devotionals, but then to help them understand it better, we would act them out, like costume and everything. My nephew even did a little video himself of one of the Bible stories, and so we would do that. We would also perform songs, gospel songs they would have routines and things, and perform for their grandma, and she would love them. And so we were doing that as they were growing up, and that's how I began. It contributed heavily because that's how I got into the singing, the dancing, and the acting portion of Puretone Vocal Arts Academy. And I can't forget my husband. Again, my husband is the one who encouraged me and said, hey, you can do this for yourself. And when I was doubting myself, he believed in me. And so he's been there every step of the way, and just helping me, find this building, helping me grow, pushing me, like, come on, keep going. And so his consistency definitely is a essential part of Puretone Academy. He works behind the scenes, but he definitely is a huge force in this business.
I want to thank you, Miss Whitney Weston, for joining me today and doing this interview. I know that you're busy with your students, but I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to teach people more about what you guys do.
Yes.
And if you want to find them on any socials, what are your socials?
We are at www.puretoneacademy.com, and that's our handle for Instagram. We're on TikTok as well as Facebook.
All right, well, I'll be sure to go check them out and support this young Black business.